That's it. When Obama said that he was the president, the context was he was saying he had changed from 2008. I've changed. 2008. I'm the president. Which I guess was a way of complaining that he couldn't run against himself. Because he's running a campaign as though he's not the president, not the incumbent. Now, Snerdley just shared with me a theory that, frankly, I think is a bit of a stretch. Snerdley thinks that all this talk, for example, last soundbite that we played where Obama said, the election 4 years ago wasn't about me, it was about you. Snerdley thinks that that was an attempt to get back some of the fallout from, you didn't build that. You didn't. You had nothing to do with that. You didn't make that happen. Snerdley thinks you were the change. You elected me. You were the change. Snerdley thinks that that's Obama trying to make amends for... I don't think that's it at all, with all due respect to Snerdley. I think Obama is saying the onus for getting me back in the White House is on you. I think Obama said, it's your responsibility. I did the stimulus for you. I did Obamacare for you. I stuck my neck out for you. I did everything for you. And now it's up to you. I think the onus is on you to get him back in the Oval Office and to keep his little on Air Force One. What do you mean? It's totally megalomaniacal. That's what he is. Let's do another Jimmy Carter comparison, shall we? And as you listen to these tapes of Carter, it's 1980. What is that, 30 years? Yeah, it's 30 years ago. I always thought Carter was a hick. I never understood it, but it really is borne out with these sound bites. Well, you think we ought to bleep that? Should I hit the delay on that? Okay, hit the delay. Hit the delay. We got time. Did we make it? Somebody talk to me. Did we make it? Okay. I just called Jimmy Carter a hick, and they wanted me to hit the delay again. Can we hit it that quickly again the second time, or do we have to wait for it to build up? Yeah, do it again. Okay, folks, I'm sorry. I've said something twice here about Jimmy Carter that the staff thinks that it'd be better if you didn't hear it. So we bleeped myself. Yeah, just called him a hayseed. This is essentially all it was, but anyway, we'll do another side-by-side comparison. Here's Obama, and the theme of the speech, referendum on their record is not an option. It's a choice between two futures. Obama's record's not on the ballot. No. What we have is a choice between two futures.
The choice you face won't just be between two candidates or two parties. It will be a choice between two different paths for America. A choice between two fundamentally different visions for the future.
And one of those visions we've already been living for the past 3.5 years, but you're not supposed to think of that. What's going to be different? If Obama has another 4 years, it's going to be more misery, more debacle, more disaster, more crumbling. Here's Jimmy Carter, August 15th, 1980, at the Democrat convention that year.
This election is a stark choice between two men, two parties, two sharply different pictures of what America is and what the world is. But it's more than that. It's a choice between two futures.
This is uncanny. I knew it was liberal boilerplate. What did I tell you in the first hour? I knew it was liberal boilerplate. I knew it was liberal playbook, 50-year-old stuff. This is uncanny. Of all the people you want to go out and copy, it's like Paul Ryan said, if We fired Jimmy Carter. Why would we rehire Barack Obama? Play these two again. 7 and 8 are the sound bites. Go with Obama first.
The choice you face won't just be between two candidates or two parties. It will be a choice between two different paths for America. A choice between two fundamentally different visions for the future.
And Jimmy Carter.
This election is a stark choice between two men, two parties, two sharply different pictures of what America is and what the world is. But it's more than that. It's a choice between two futures.
It's a choice between two futures. He didn't, no, not sutures. He said two futures. Unreal. Sometimes I even pause to admire myself. I said in the first hour, and I didn't know Cookie had put these sound bites together. I had not heard these before the program started. I told Catherine last night, this is liberal boilerplate. There's nothing innovative in this speech. There's nothing new here. This is old. It's standard liberal playbook stuff. Let's do it again. Same 30-year-old playbook. Here's Obama claiming he put us on a path to energy independence from the evil oil companies with all of his alternative energy.
You can choose the path where we control more of our own energy. Today, the United States of America is less dependent on foreign oil than at any time in the last 2 decades.
Wait a minute. Stop. Hold it. I just can't let this stuff go by. Now, we'll play the whole bite, and we'll play Jimmy Carter. I can't let this go by. Today, the U.S. is less dependent on foreign... This guy has shut down drilling and production in the Gulf of Mexico. He has not authorized the Keystone Pipeline. Now, we've got an oil boom going in North Dakota, but we're having to make up the oil from somewhere because he's standing in the way of domestic production. He's not permitting it. So this is an out-and-out lie. Here, okay, keep going.
You can choose the path where we control more of our own energy. Today, the United States of America is less dependent on foreign oil than at any time in the last 2 decades. So now you have a choice between a strategy that reverses this progress or one that builds on it.
What progress?
We've opened millions of new acres for oil and gas exploration in the last 3 years, and we'll open more. But unlike my opponent, I will not let oil companies...
Stop. All the dancing, give me time to breathe. The Hutch just called, said, stop singing. The thrill is gone. If you're going to do it, just play B.B. King. Don't sing it. This is a weird... Every commercial break, I go to the email, and there's 30 people telling me what I should have said or how I could have said what I did say better. And then the Hutch piling on, don't try to be B.B. King. We have a choice, a strategy that reverses this progress. What progress? Folks, seriously, there's no progress anywhere. Not as a nation. We're not experiencing progress. These people don't like progress. What do you think environmental wackoism is? It's opposition to progress. It is an opposition to modernizing things. It's an opportunity to improving standards of living. Environmental wackoism is opposed to progress. Gasoline was $1.75 when this guy took office. It's close to $4 a gallon now. I guess to a lib, that is progress. That means we're using less of it. But that's how convoluted they are. They won't be happy till we're paying $5 a gallon, like they do in Europe. We've opened millions of new acres for oil and gas exploration. They may have made leases available, but they're not approving them. And then he said, I will not let oil companies write this country's energy plan or endanger our coastlines or collect them. This is liberal boilerplate. I mean, I've grown up hearing about how the big oil companies are obscenely profiting and they're destroying the coastline and they're wrecking the environment and corporate welfare and the tax breaks they don't deserve. And did they write the energy plan? That was the big thing. Cheney brought the oil companies in, remember, and let them write the energy plan. Folks, I'm here to tell you, I would love Rex Tillerson of Exxon being in charge of our energy program much more than Barack Obama or any of his little statist, socialist Trotskyites running in here and trying to so-called improve our energy situation, because there's not a damned one of them that has the slightest idea what they're doing. A bunch of professorial theoreticians from the faculty lounge at Harvard thinking they've got all the answers. Barack Obama and his pals could not produce a drop of gasoline if this country depended on it. There's not a one of them that would know what to do. Every one of Barack Obama's energy buddies goes bankrupt. Hello, Solyndra. By the way, 1 year anniversary of them going bankrupt, I think, was yesterday. Okay, so I don't need to play this again. You've got it. It's fresh in your mind. Choose the path where we control more of our energy. We're producing all this wonderful oil, but the oil companies suck. Here's Jimmy Carter, August 15, 1980, Democrat Convention.
The battle to secure American energy future has been fully and finally joined. Americans have cooperated with dramatic results. We've reversed decades of dangerous and growing dependence on foreign oil. We are now importing 20% less oil. That is 1.5 million barrels of oil every day less than the day I took office. This is what they propose: to destroy the windfall profits tax and to unleash the oil companies and let them solve the energy problem for us.
It's the same thing. It's unreal. It's the same thing 30 years apart. It's the same speech. I am twice, 3 times as stymied now as to why Obama did this last night. Not only did he phone it in, not only was his heart not in it, not only was it a bad speech and no nourishment, no beef, it was a carbon copy of Jimmy Carter. You notice all these Democrats talk out of both sides of their mouths? They all say that we have reduced our dependence on foreign oil when it's time to run for office, for election. But every other time, we're importing more. We're getting worse. And the oil companies are soaking us, and they're ripping us off. But at election time, they all tell us that we're depending less because of what they've done. We ought not be importing any oil anymore if all these Democrats were as successful as they tell us they have been.